It's time to take a look at what's happening around Wyoming. I'm Wendy Corr, bringing you headlines from the Cowboy State Daily newsroom for Wednesday, June 5th. Canadian energy firm Enbridge's proposed $1.2 billion solar farm development in South Cheyenne has encountered delays. Energy reporter Pat Mayo says the company is in a dispute with Laramie County officials over who is to pay for a county-maintained road needed for the project that will power nearby social media giant Meta Platforms' enterprise data center.
They're going to have to widen it and resurface it because there's going to be 400 cars a day in the morning and at night. 300, so that'd be 600 to 800 going down that road. It has to be wider. There's going to be trucks going down there, doing construction work on the solar farm. Remember, this is the one that's 1.2 million solar panels, the largest utility scale solar farm in the state of Wyoming.
The Wyoming Department of Environmental Quality issued key permits to Enbridge on May 21st to move forward with the project. However, the county's Planning Commission and Board of Commissioners must still take up the proposal before Enbridge can begin construction. A substitute teacher says he's been barred from a Cheyenne-based school district after refusing to use preferred transgender names of students. Gene Clementson was escorted out of East High School in Laramie County School District No. 1 while substitute teaching in March. That's what he told Cowboy State Daily's Claire McFarland.
Clementson says that he has been kicked out of these high schools for refusing to use transgender students' preferred names. He told the students, that's not the name on the roster. I don't want to go with it. He told me in an interview a few days ago that if people got their names changed legally, he would go with it. But he said that he doesn't want to humor whims and frivolity, were his words. The HR officers also referenced Clementson allegedly taking issue with a plastic pollution documentary that he had to show children and allegedly getting upset about a program at Triumph High School where students are allowed to call teachers by their first names.
In the federal U.S. District Court for Wyoming, a judge ruled last year that teachers don't have a free speech right to avoid using students' preferred names if the school's policy requires them to do so. Mogul Capital's proposed 360,000 square foot mega hotel at the north end of Jackson has landed in limbo for at least 120 days after the town council put a moratorium on large development projects. Cowboy State Daily's Renee Jean reports that the emergency moratorium put a temporary hold on any new commercial projects greater than 35,000 square feet in Jackson's downtown or commercial zoning areas.
That actually puts the Mega Mogul hotel proposal in limbo because the company had asked for vacation of an alley, and that was part of their sketch plan. And since the council didn't approve that alley vacation, that's going to invalidate their sketch plan. The council is going to go back and look at its rules, take public comment, work through a new process, and at the end of which I'm expecting likely a hotel 360,000 square feet isn't going to be allowed.
Critics have said that having such a huge development at the gateway to Jackson would forever change the town's character. Property tax relief in Wyoming was the biggest issue of the last two legislative sessions and continues to be along this year's campaign trail. Whether it provides enough relief for Cowboy State residents is at the heart of the debate. But Cowboy State Daily's Leah Wolfson reports that there is a property tax refund program that's been available in Wyoming for more than 20 years.
It's interesting because this property tax rebate program that exists in the state is quite substantial, and it seems that it often gets overlooked at times, forgotten about that it even exists. The program is eligible to people who make up to 165% of the median household income in their county or state, whatever is higher. Thousands of people have tapped into it in Wyoming, but it seems that there's still many more who are not participating that might theoretically be able to qualify.
People can receive back as much as 75% of their previous year's tax bill, but no more than 50% of the median residential tax bill for their local county. 5 members of an extended family who lived in a mobile home in the Casper suburb of Mills were still shell-shocked Tuesday while standing outside what was left of their home. A morning fire Monday gutted more than half their house. Cowboy State Daily's Dale Killingbeck reports that while they are thankful no one was hurt in the blaze, their lives have been radically upended.
Even though they had been promised a hotel room, the hotels are booked in Casper because the rodeo's coming and other events are happening. So they actually stayed at the property. The patriarch of the family, who works construction, actually slept in his truck last night, then went to work this morning. So they could really use some help from the community.
An electrical short from an extension cord was determined to be the cause of the fire. Well, it's been a long-standing argument among those who favor delisting grizzlies that opening hunting seasons for them in Wyoming, as well as possibly in Montana and Idaho, would instill the bears with a healthy fear of humans. But as outdoors reporter Mark Hines discovered, there's really no definitive answer for that theory.
It's really difficult to qualify or quantify whether there would be a direct line between hunting grizzly bears and them becoming more cautious around humans. The answer is maybe over the long term it could have some effect. In the short term, all it does is, the bear that ends up being hunted ends up being dead. And of course, that bear can't teach other bears to avoid humans because they're dead.
Whether hunting makes grizzlies fear people is a question that's generated a lot of debate over the years, but there's little scientific evidence that hunting specifically instills fear of humans in bears. And that's today's news. Get your free digital subscription to Wyoming's only statewide newspaper by hitting the subscribe button on cowboystatedaily.com. I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily.